Okay, so this is our SolidWorks video number 1. This is just the interface and the very basics of SolidWorks is what I'm trying to show you with this video. So there will be a number of SolidWorks icons, or maybe a number of SolidWorks icons on your computer. Make sure that you're opening up the big red cube with an S on one face and the W on the other face. So open that up. It may ask you in the beginning to accept some defaults. Just accept everything and then move forward. So here we go. It's opening up. This may or may not be expanded, but there's numerous ways that you can create a new document here. In the Get Started menu here, up at the top right here, where it says New, if you hover over it, it'll give you hints. Or you could go to File, New, and open up a drawing or a part or an assembly. We are going to actually start on the part for today. If your window looks like this, just click on Novice and it'll take you back to the Novice menu. Make sure part is selected and then OK that. In the very beginning, we are just making parts. Then we're going to actually take two parts, create an assembly, and then we'll create a drawing from our completed assembly before we do our 3D model and do a little more advanced stuff. So let's see here. When you first open up your interface, the interface, I want you to make sure that you have this selected. You change this to millimeters, grams, and seconds. That's the system, the unit of measurement, that we're using. It may default to inches, pounds, and seconds, but make sure that it's millimeters, grams, and seconds is chosen. All right, your interface may look a little bit different than mine. If you do have things out of whack, and you definitely want to make sure that it looks like this, this is the default view. You can always go to View up here at the top, scroll down to Workspace, and then choose Default, and everything will snap back into place. Mine looks like that already, so it didn't change any. Be careful with your menus if you do pull them out. Make sure that you don't stick them underneath your taskbar, for example, because it could get stuck. You can normally alter the taskbar and edit it to where it will, you could go back and get it and retrieve that menu and then fix it. However, with your permissions that you have here at school, you're not allowed to do a lot of things. They lock you out of certain choices and menus and modifications. So make sure that you don't do that. Be careful where you're putting your menus, okay? But if you do happen to drag them out, I'll have a hard time here with this because I don't have my mouse hooked up. But if you get them, if you pull them out, let's see if I can do it with my mouse here. Anyway, if you happen to get them out of whack, you can pull them up at the top, to the left and to the right, and a little blue icon will show up here when you kind of get to that area. If you drop it, when you do see that icon pop up, it will snap to the left, right, or top. Again, I can't do that right this minute because I forgot to plug in my mouse. All right, some of the basic menus and commands that we're going to be using. We're always going to be using Sketch. You know, remember our basic formula is to select a plane, create a shape. So right here, I'm just going to draw out a rectangle very quickly. You're going to smart dimension it from there. I'm just going to make this one 50 by 50. Last step of the formula is to extrude that shape and actually give it form. So I went to the Features tab, I clicked the Extrude Boss Base here. I type in 50s here in the Property Manager's window underneath Direction 1. And then if it's if it's like I like it, then I click the check button and we're all good. From there, you can do lots of different things, like extrude, cut it, add other sketches to it, and extrude in different directions if you want to. You can add text. You can do lots of things with it. Really, for the first few assignments that we have here, we're just going to follow tutorials and do step by step what the tutorial tells us to do. So you don't need to overthink it. Let's see here. If anything gets out of whack, another great feature that SolidWorks has, especially if you were to go to the feature tree, for example, and right-click on the feature here, select Edit Feature, and then change the features, the dimensions, for example. Whoops, I went into the wrong one and should have gone into the sketch to change the width and height. So I expanded that here. I right-clicked on the sketch. Now I can edit these numbers. Sometimes if you go in here and make changes, it'll look as if it's broken. See, as like it looks now. It looks like something went wrong. Just go to the rebuild up here at the very top, or press Control B, and that will rebuild your object and kind of refresh it. It's like rebooting your drawing. And for the most part, that works pretty well. Like I mentioned in class yesterday, sometimes it, if it's too big of a change or too much of an adjustment, sometimes it does not work. But it will clearly let you know if it's going to work or if it won't work. All right, at this point, that's all I'm going to mention in this video. This is our video number 1 for SolidWorks. If you need any other, if you have any questions, be sure to ask me. But make sure you watch the video carefully and videos carefully in the future, and I will cover a lot in these videos.